right, so we finally got all the parts from BMW that we were waiting on to finish the motor. Adam has done all the final assembly, and we just wanted to kind of walk you through everything we've done because we're about to load this up and take it over to Adam at the compound. I guess let's start from square one. Again, this is a built motor. It's 9.5-to-1 compression. It has CP pistons, acrylo rods. So it's originally an HPF motor that was built for a stage 2.5 car. It was one of the shop cars we had from day one. So this was one of those motors that we had around that I was going to build in one of my special projects, and I never got around to it. So that's where Adam comes in because he's doing that with his original E46.
So essentially it was a built motor, bottom end, and had a cylinder head on it. Everything else was bare. So from there, Adam said he pretty much wanted everything to look new. Adam's very meticulous about everything, even down to nuts and bolts. Placed a rather large order with BMW and started finding the new parts that we needed. Some of the stuff he did take and he vapor honed, which looks good.
Which was the oil pan, the valve cover, timing cover,
the coolant crossover pipe, and the thermostat housing. It does have a new oil filter housing on it, and that's kind of one of those little gray areas that me personally, I would not vapor hone.
Adam wants a certain aesthetic, and we wanted to match the aesthetic, so we're not going to have a vapor blasted thermostat housing with an old, oily
oil filter
housing. We went with a new one there. We went with all new hardware. And you know, most of it's available. I mean, almost all of the stuff we ordered is available from BMW. The problem is the ETA is unknown. And what ETA unknown means from BMW is they have absolutely no idea. They'll say, we don't know, it's probably gonna be months, and then half of it shows up the next day, but then it trickles in. So we basically had to wait for the trickle over the last, 2 months really?
Yeah.
We wanted to have this done for the Invitational, but we couldn't because those parts that were really crucial, and it's all order of operation. So he waits on one bolt to finish to move to the next step. That's kind of part of the delay.
Motor does have a rebuilt, upgraded Vanos unit from Dr. Vanos. It's got the cryo hub, cryo gears, the upgraded tensioner on it, and the oil pump drive. All the timing components are all new. Oil pumps all new, pickup tube. As far as the top end goes, it does run stock valve springs and everything. The cams were inspected, checked, cleaned, everything checked out good. Those were installed. We ran through the valve lash on it, which is pretty common on these. It's a regular maintenance item, which is about every 30,000 miles.
Rod bearings had already been done.
Yes,
main bearings had already been done when the motor was originally assembled by the machine shop that we use. We checked all that, made sure it was all good. We normally use BE bearings for the rod bearings. We use OEM mains traditionally on these motors. All that internally was done. The Vanos is a big deal, and also the valve adjustment is a big deal. As a part of the S54 running right. We also did the high pressure oil line with our proprietary line, the PSI line that we sell and make. It's on this motor.
Pretty much any hardware that's not BMW is ARP. It's got ARP main studs, head studs. Obviously with Carrillo, they run an ARP hardware as well. And that's pretty much the going rate for these to even make them live and to not come apart.
Yeah, so traditionally, if we're gonna build a motor like this for NA power, we would do SuperTech valve springs and go ahead and do that upgrade. But because this is a low compression turbo build, those are not really needed here because of the torque it's gonna make down low. It's an extra thing to say you have on this, and it wasn't necessary. So both our Adam and me just decided we weren't going to do it.
Yeah, because Adam, his biggest goal with this was to make it something that he can go to the gas station, put pump gas in it, and just drive it.
Yeah, it's reliability. Like his goal is reliability. He has a lot of cars. He does a lot of motors, as you guys know. He has a lot of rebuilding of motors. This is one he didn't want. He wants to be said and done. Once it's built, and he can enjoy the car on an everyday basis. So that's what we went through. That's what our recommendations were about. Now we're gonna load it up. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with plastic. We're gonna take it inside the 4Runner, so it's inside, so it's not outside in the it's kind of rainy today, it's a weird day. We just wanna make sure everything stays as nice as it is. And we'll pick up the video when we get out to the compound. All right, so we made it to the compound. We brought the motor. It's ready to go here. We're going to talk about the plans of the car. They have a mock-up already in. This is for the Invitational, right? Mm-hmm. So this is, whose motor is this? Duarte's motor?
No, so this is actually my motor. I bought a shell that originally the plan was I was going to just put an NA motor in this, and that's what this motor was.
Cool.
But I kind of wanted to skip that step because I already have an E46 M3, and like it would kind of be just building the same car again.
Yeah, so this is a mock-up though of the kit because it has the manifold on and the turbo mount and the motor mount and stuff. So they went ahead and mocked everything up. So we finally got the motor over after all the delays. Yeah, we're excited for the project. And Adam and I were just talking about the sedan E46 and how cool of a chassis it is and how neat it's going to be. We're trying to make 700-ish. 700-ish?
Yeah.
So we're going to be pump gas and reliable with him. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
I'm not a big pump gas guy, but it's low compression. So if we were going to do an S54 and I was going to run ethanol in it, it might as well just be stock compression.
100%.
So if it's lower compression, might as well take advantage of the pump gas, and I can fill this one up at the gas station.
AC, reliable, 700. So stay tuned to their channel for more. Thanks for tuning in.